huge men appeared to me, to like of which I had never seen on earth. Again, I'm going to have to split this up on YouTube because I'm doing this on my phone. Their faces were like the shining sun. These are Maleki Kongo, by the way. These aren't these hypocrite angels that they keep promoting to you. These are Umbasi of the Most High, Tata nZambi. Their eyes were like a burning lamps. From their mouths fire was coming forth. Their clothing was various singing. Okay. Here's where people are being deceived by these fallen angels because they can sing too. Their singing will not be in English. The singing will not be in Portuguese. The singing will not be in Latin. The singing will not be in any language but the language of the Most High. Many Banabetu will understand it who can speak the Most High's language, but you better be careful because the fallen angels know it too. Their clothing was various singing. Their wings were most glistening of them gold. You think I'm trying to tell you, the fallen angels can play this trick on you people. Their hands were whiter than snow. Now, be very careful with that because that doesn't mean that the complexion wasn't black. It just means they had glowing hands. Okay? Okay? You don't understand that. They stood at the head of my bed because a lot of these times they're going to modify these scriptures because they really want you to think that the non-melanated people are the gods of this earth, and they still think that way. And anytime you try to tell them the Most High and people are black, they want to still fight it. Even their own people even the hypocrites have admitted that they were melanated. Okay? They stood at the head of my bed and called my name. Then I waked from my sleep and saw these men standing in front of me in actuality. Then I bowed down to them, and I was terrified, and the appearance of my face was changed because of fear. Then those said to me, "Be brave, Hanoka, in truth, do not fear. The eternal Fumu has sent us to you, and behold, you will ascend with us to heaven today. And tell your sons and all the members of the household everything that must do in your house while they are without you on earth, and let no one search for you until the Mfumu returns you to them." That right there is what they've been trying to stop. What I just said. Let no one search for you until the Mfumu returns you to them. And I hurried and obeyed them, and they went out of my house, and I shut the doors and have been ordered. And I called my sons Matuzola, Regim, Legum, and Gaidad. Okay, I know these people. I encountered with some people. I tell them they don't know that these people have been here before. And I declared to them all the marvels that men had told me. Listen, my children, I do not know where I'm going, nor will I will confront me. Now, my children, I will say to you, do not turn away from Tata nZambi, the Most High. Walk before his face and keep his commandments. Keep his commandments. Do not abhor the prayers of your salvation, so that the Mfumu will not curtail the work of your hands. And do not be you generous with the Mfumu's gifts, and the Mfumu, he will not be you generous with his donation and love gifts in your storehouses. So here's where everybody's being played. The Most High reserves your blessings, Bilaka, for those who use their gifts wisely. You do not use your gifts wisely, you do not have a storehouse. Okay? And Bilaka, the Mfumu, with his firstborn of your herds, and the firstborn of your children, and Bilaka will be on you forever. Here's where the fallen angels tricked everybody. with that. You are taking your firstborn, you are taking your herds, and you're taking everything and you're passing it over the fire of MOLOCH. You're doing this in religion, you're doing this in the government, you're doing this with farming, you're doing this with everything. So many people are dedicating themselves to Amun-Ra, it's not even funny. This is Cain. So many people are giving their inheritance to Cain, and he's laughing. Because this is the deception that people who say, oh, but I make a whole lot of money. No, Cain is giving you money to be stupid so that you continue to give everything over to him. And when you get to the Most High, you got nothing. Not a thing. You're empty-handed because everything went to the goat god. Okay? That's why they don't want people like me to keep teaching. Because I know the storehouses. I know what the Most High reserved for people. I know what they have done. You are now in a system. And I heard the story. Please go listen to it. They have now put it out about what happened when Wilson was president. When they created what you want to now call the straw man. But the problem is, it was already happening with Rome since Nero. Okay? Lucifer is the one that taxes people. Remember that. I don't think people understand what I'm telling them. Lucifer is the one who taxes people. All right. Do not turn away from the Mfumu and do not worship vain gods who did not create the heavens, the earth, or any other created thing, for they will perish, and all those who worship them. Let me say this again. Woo! This is why they don't want to teach Hanukkah in the church, in the synagogues, in the mosque. Even among the Tokwis and the Kimbangwas, they're not teaching him. This is why the sorcerer don't want you to know. Okay? He don't want you to know. You worship him, you are perishing. You worship the Wizard of Oz, you perish. Cain wants everybody to perish. That's why they're working so hard now to eliminate all the people who know the plan. Yeah, they're doing that. And they're hustling around the world. See, all these countries' mentality was created by Cain. That's why when the third secret of Fatima came out, that many Catholics follow, they hid the fact that the Jesus Christ of the Catholic Church is Cain, the Allah of Islam is Cain, and the Judaism is Cain. The Japanese, the Buddha they worshiping is Cain. The gods that are being worshipped in Hinduism, the Native Americans were worshiping Cain. He come with so many names of blasphemy, you have no idea. The vain gods who did not create the heavens and the earth. Cain, the Egyptian gods did not create the heavens and the earth. Akongo did, nZambi. Okay? But there's a lot of people out here claiming to be his and they're not. I saw what the man from Colombia said. That dude is playing you. He said the Most High doesn't have a chosen people. Read Revelation 12. The Most High chosen people are all connected to the woman with 12 stars. That's why the dragon makes war against them. What they don't want you to do is find the people who will get you to the kingdom of truth. They want to eliminate these people. That's why Cain is calling himself the chosen people when he's not. He's doing it in many forms. The spiritual Israel is complete garbage. I came not but for the house of who? Salvation comes through the who? What did he tell in the Revelations about the 7 churches? I have this against you. You tolerate what? Hypocrisy. Prophets that are false. The Most High cannot bring hypocrites into his kingdom. No way. Then he is not the Most High. And the hypocrite cannot be the Most High. Okay? And may the Most High make your hearts true in reverence to him. I now, my children, no one must search for me until the informer returns me to you. That right there is what the fallen angels wanted to stop. They put it in the book of Bartholomew when the Messiah came to open the doors. He said, it's not time for Hanukkah to come down yet. Who is this guy? They wanted to make sure that when Hanukkah showed up, you would miss him. You would reject him. That you would that he wouldn't be able to bring the judgments when he would return to people. They failed. They failed miserably, by the way. That's why they're mad now, because that's why they're trying to do what they're doing right now. You think that guy that's calling himself King of the Bantus is connected to Hanukkah? You fool yourself. The righteous scribe has all scriptures. Every one of them. Oh yeah. The righteous scribe is still writing scriptures. They thought that they could defile everything so that Hanukkah wouldn't be able to manifest. They failed. Now they're all coming down. Okay. About the taking of Hanukkah, how the Umbasi took him on the first heaven, and it came about when I had spoken to my sons, those men called me, and those men, no, this spelling, man, this thing is all, it's jacked up with it. Whoever did this, they need to go, they messed up all the spelling. And they took me up in their wings and carried me up in their heavens and placed me on the clouds. And behold, they were moving, and there I perceived the air higher than the higher. I saw either they placed me on their first heaven, and they showed me the vast ocean, which is bigger than the earthly ocean. What's up there when he went up? Water, Mai. Yeah, you keep listening to people talking about we going to outer space. Yeah. And you can only get there through the portal. The Umbasi has to open the Stargate. That's what they're not going to tell you there either. All right. About the angels who govern the stars. People, scientists are full of garbage. The Maliki Congo govern stars. Oh, stars are this, that, man. Whoop. I'm telling you, the witch has got everybody played. They led before the face the elders, the rulers of the stellar orders. There's rulers, there's orders. Okay? And they showed me the 200 angels who govern the stars and the heavenly combinations, and they fly with their wings and do the rounds of all the planets. Oh, wait a minute. Planets. There's 200 Umbasi of the Most High that monitor all the planets. Who do you think's flying around in these chariots that they freaking out about? Anunnaki? No. Watchers? No. Nephilim? No. Maleki Kongo Umbasi. Looking just like the melanated people because the Most High was a melanated being. Yeah, this is what they're talking about. Oh, they look like African Americans. That ain't no stupid Anunnaki people. The Anunnakis are demonic. They already run the world. Talking about they coming back to help us. They haven't back to this. They were working with Eisenhower and Truman with the Truman Show. What are you talking about? And they met with the UN and everybody else. Oh, here come the embassy. Here come the Maleki Kongo. We gotta stop it. Yeah, Wonder Woman's full of garbage. The Amazonians are satanic. All of these so-called gods of Egypt are satanic, people. So yeah, you keep believing that. You keep believing Amun-Ra is going to save you. He's satanic. That is your Isus. That is your Allah. That is your El, whatever they call it. The wicked Yahweh. There's an Umbote Yahweh, which is good, and there's the wicked one. He said, I shall be like the Most High, meaning he's going to do good, but he's only take you to the bad. How about the embassy guarding the storehouses of the snow? This is your meteorologist. We're going to have a snowstorm that's coming. It's going to be... Yeah, the news is run by sorcerers. They know where the snow comes from. And there are perceived the treasures of the snow and ice. Oh, ice is going to form, and this is going to be a slippery morning. Get out there, be safe out there, people. A lot of ice is going to form, the condensation, and then they start telling you how the ice is going to form. Man. Ice comes from Tata nZambi. Snow comes from Tata nZambi. Hail comes from Tata nZambi. You keep believing the sorcerer out here. And there I perceive, and the Maleki guard the terrible storehouses. That means there's storehouses that come in with bad things upon you. Even the burning heat. Oh, everybody's good. The sun, oh, we melting. Oh, it's so hot. These fallen angels that you open these portals for, oh my gosh, they got everybody brainwashed. Yeah, you keep believing the witches and warlocks, the vain gods, you perish. Even though you believe in the Most High of truth, that doesn't mean he knows you. He doesn't know anybody teaching lies to his children. He doesn't know anybody selling the bread. He doesn't know anybody calling themselves something that he doesn't call them that. Everybody's about to be embarrassed because Toko and Kimbangu were talking about Masindisi, Fumayeswe, Jesus, the real Jesus, the teacher that would come, that they keep using their divination to see his teachings to tell you. Many people have been switched out in the brain. Oh, conspiracy theorists. Conspiracy theorists was created by Simon the Sorcerer, the twin brother of Thomas, so you wouldn't know the Wizard of Oz can be white, black, Asian, Hispanic, whatever he want to be. Bantu, okay? Everybody's going to find out they're being scammed. And there I perceived the treasures of the snow and ice and the Umbasi who guard their terrible storehouses and the treasury of the clouds. Oh, clouds are formed by what? You keep believing the alchemy, the alchemist, Thoth, the stupid stork god, and he's black, Nurgle. The magician Merlin, you keep believing this guy. All over the world, he's teaching lies, even in his own the belief system that you're in. All right, from which they come and go in and out. The clouds come from the Most High. That's why they talk about where all these other clouds come from. Yeah, they manufacturing this stuff. The curse of Cain was there was no dew on his land. They always going to find a way to circumvent the Most High's judgment. In that process, they're bringing damage upon you when they do this. You're not even supposed to be eating food that had to be fertilized because they can't have food that can grow. The land will not produce it. They always got to use divination to get everything to do what they need it to do. Yeah, that's going to always bring you to destruction. About the dew and above the olive oil and various flowers. And they showed me in this palm oil too, that they mixed the olive oil, it got palm oil too. And they showed the treasure to dew like olive oil, and the appearance of this image was very kind and earthly flower, only more numerous, and the Mbasi who guard their treasures, how they are shut and open. Psh, that's portals. Psh, 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 psh. Portals. People don't even know. The problem is you opening portals to the ones that are lying to you. Too much. And how Hanoka was taken to second heaven. That was just in the first heaven. That was the first heaven. Now we're going to the second heaven. And these men picked me up and brought me to the second heaven, and they showed me, and I saw darkness greater than the earthly darkness. Oh, the darkness is coming, boy. And there I perceived prisoners under guard, hanging up, waiting for the measureless judgment. And those Mbasi have the appearance of darkness itself, more than earthly darkness, and unceasingly were made weeping all the day long, and said to these men with me, why are these ones being tormented unceasingly? These men answered, these are those who turned away from the Mfumu and did not obey the Mfumu's commandments, but of their own were plotted together, turned away with their prince and with those who were under the restraint in the fifth heaven, and felt very sorry for them. And those in Basi bowed down to me and said, man of God, Benan Muntu, pray for us to the Mfumu. Hanoka was higher than all the angels that they had to tell him, pray for us. What did it say? There's torment and unever ceasing against those who worship false gods and teach people to do so. Yeah, you keep thinking that all this stuff they're telling you, you're going to be at the right hand of the Father, you're going to be in Allah, or whatever heaven they told you, man, you're going to find out you got played. I answered, who am I, a mortal man, that I should pray for the Mbasi? How many people even know to pray for the angels? Yeah, you're not doing that. Who knows where I'm going and who will confront me, or who indeed will pray for me? I am taking Hanoka to the third heaven. And these men took me there, and they brought me up to the third heaven and sat me down there. Then I looked downward, I saw paradise. And the place is inconceivable pleasant, and I saw the trees in full flower, their fruits were ripe and pleasant smelling, and every fruit and yielded giving off profusely a pleasant fragrance. This is why they had to do what they have done to us and many people. You are not giving off a pleasant fragrance when you are reaping the wrong tree. So many people are attached to the tree of knowledge and good and evil, and they are stinky fruit. That is why so many people now don't even know that they are rotting flesh walking. Rotting flesh has to do with who you're worshiping and what you believe. They always want you to look like dirty rags to the Father in the spirits. This is the goal. If everybody is dirty rags, then nobody gets clean. If everybody's bearing rotten fruit, and see, they want you to assume that you're not. They want you to assume that you're not. Knowledge makes you puffed up. Pride makes you puffed. That's why they want everybody to have pride. When you have pride, you're always going to have rotten fruit. Now you're going to see what we're talking about. Okay? Created, see, and more beautiful than any created that they exist. And from every direction, it has an appearance which is good looking and crimson, and with the form of fire, it covers the whole paradise. It has something of every orchard, every fruit tree. Its root is in